Although it may be hard to believe, before Disney Pixar's Cars was a toy line, it was a movie that was generally positively received. I will not mention the ones after that, however. When I saw this movie, I was a big fan, keeping in mind of the time that it came out, and with all its bright colors and all of its action and storytelling. It can also be said about the game that came out. If you think you know what a game about cars is, you're absolutely right. You drive cars. That part will be hard to screw up. You play as Lightning McQueen in the story mode that takes place after the movie. After getting third place in the movie, you try to beat Chick Hicks by training in lots of minigames and races in the open world of Radiator Springs. You have a total of 250 points spread out across 5 chapters, each separated by a 12-lap piston cup in a huge stadium alongside 24 to 25 cars. You need to collect a certain number of points in order to move on to specific story mission, but just being the story still leaves about half the game's content. This is a surprisingly big game, and if you're a fan of the mechanics, then I doubt that you will think that you wasted your money. The game controls are really good and feel really well, and since this is a racing game, well, the accelerator will come in handy. There are lots of mechanics such as the tilt mechanic, which reduces your speed a fair bit, but allows you to do some serious sharp turns. Another thing you can unlock is the power slide, which allows you to do turns with style and more power. Another thing is the boost. The boost. You unlock nitrous tanks, which allows you to speed off like Speedy Gonzales. You can also reverse like Mater and do lots of other things, such as jumping. You can play as all of your characters, such as Doc, Sally, Mater, and Count Spatula. You know, from the movie. The story mode includes exploring the hub world races and regular piston cup races. Some characters have their own playstyles, such as Luigi, who has to collect a certain number of tires in order to win. Another one would be Mater, who does tractor tipping, which is really fun and really stressful game to do, with lots of tight turns and sharp edges to escape from Frank. My favorite game would have to be the one Chasing Game by Sheriff, as it is just so dang fun with endless possibilities. Finishing races first, or doing the minigames in a well manner, allows you to get more points to unlock character paid jobs and also extra things. Standard races are 4 to 5 racers who drive along a closed path and otherwise could be driven in a hub world of Radiator Springs. 3 laps are the standard amount, and they're just a pleasant drive around some satisfying courses. The Piston Cup races are supposed to be a big deal, but to be honest, it just feels like any other race, but longer and more boring, until the further ones with more tense driving action involved. You usually have to do pit stop minigame, which allows you to fuel up and everything, but I don't really see any difference with my time. If anything, I just think that it boosts my time rather than decreasing it. And of course, as you achieve more things in the story mode, you of course get more mechanics that are not game changing, but they are useful. The races do increase with pedal to the metal races with scavenger hunts, and the story mode eventually becomes 3 big sections. Radiator Springs, which is the more landmark area with lots of your favorite things. Ornament Valley, which is the biggest one with all the different kinds of turns. And the Tailfin Pass, which is the one with the most beautiful landmarks in game with really nice roads, lakes, and waterfalls. In all honesty though, it's a testament to just how well an open world is designed in the game that I could fool around for an hour without getting completely bored, and not even completing any events. In all honesty though, this game is a really great game. The only thing bad about this game is the 3-second timer, which tells you to get back on track. But even if I don't, I end up being in front of the pack when I was behind. But hey, that does not matter much. I find myself having a nice drive when it just tells me, get back on the road, you piece of crap. The soundtrack this game uses is the most relaxing and hype music to get involved in all kinds of racing events. I'd also like to point out the basic character voices that are in this game matches the movie ones, which is rare in today's video games. I really like this movie, but most Pixar movies are more than just fun. I don't really think of it at the same league as the other Pixar movies. For me, it's different. Maybe the problem is that Cars was never really meant to be a movie, and maybe just a game. I've also said to myself before how the best licensed games are the ones that fit the game to the license as opposed to vice versa. I do really believe that and Cares is one of the not the best example I've ever seen yet. This Cars, the video game, is so perfect for what its source material is that I think it's better. The Cars property works better as a game than the movie. The plot can be simple, because the player is along for the ride with Lightning. A movie can't just be full of racing, because that would be boring. But a game would struggle and extremely fulfilling your work as you work your way from the bottom of the ranks to the top. But don't just watch the struggle, you experience the struggle. And Radiator Springs is a welcoming and enjoyable hub around which you could play games and explore and practice your skills. The game is a world and is largely designed to be driving, where going fast is encouraged and crashing into walls isn't a mistake, it's hilarious. Cars is a game of practice progression and just having fun, and sometimes that is all the game needs to be.